You know, people talk about retirement like it's some sort of big finish line. You work hard and you save, you plan, and then one day you step across that line and life is supposed to feel complete. But here's the truth that nobody talks about. Retirement doesn't hand you a new identity. It hands you the space to create one. And that can feel exciting or a little bit confusing or honestly can be pretty scary. Today I want to talk about what it really means to reinvent yourself in retirement, especially if you're feeling lost or stuck or unsure of who you are now. Hi everybody, I'm Dan, and retirement isn't the end of your story. It's the start of a brand new chapter. Today we're talking about how to reinvent yourself with purpose. For me, retirement didn't start with freedom. It didn't start with travel or hobbies or long mornings drinking coffee. It started with caregiving. My wife's cancer progressed quickly, and for about 6 months, I stepped into the role of being her full-time caregiver. And even though it wasn't for years or decades, those 6 months changed everything for me. My identity shifted almost overnight. I went from being a worker, a leader, someone with responsibilities and routines, to being a caregiver whose world narrowed to one person and one purpose. When she passed, I didn't lose just her. I lost the role I'd stepped into so completely. Maybe your story is different, but every retiree goes through some version of it, I think. A moment where your identity, the one you've carried, no longer fits. A moment where you look in the mirror and think, who am I now? That's the moment reinvention can begin. Retirement removes the structures that used to define you. You lose your routine. You lose your role. You lose your sense of purpose. And for many of us, we lose the identity we spent our lifetimes building. This isn't failure. It's not a crisis. It is a new starting point. This is the moment where you get to decide who you want to become next. Reinvention doesn't start by becoming someone new. It starts by remembering who you were before life got so busy. Ask yourself, what did I love before responsibility took over? What parts of me got buried under work, parenting, caregiving? What did I stop doing because I didn't have time? Maybe it was music. Maybe it was creativity. Maybe it was curiosity or adventure or friendships. Reinvention begins by reconnecting with the person you were before the world told you who you had to be. Purpose in retirement is quieter, but it's deeper. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be impressive. It doesn't have to be something you want to put on a resume. Purpose can be something simple: helping someone, learning something new, creating something. It can be mentoring. That's what I do. Showing up for people, contributing in small but meaningful ways. Purpose in retirement isn't loud, it's steady. Identity grows from habits, not from big decisions, not from big moments, but from the small things that you do consistently. A new rhythm. It might look like morning walks, volunteering, creative projects, weekly social routines, learning something new, or planning some small adventure. A new identity doesn't appear out of nowhere. It grows from the things you do every day. Reinvention is messy, and that's good. Try things, drop things, break things, pick up new things. Give yourself permission to explore without needing everything to make sense. You don't have to get it right immediately. You just have to stay open. This is the part most retirees misunderstand. You're not rebuilding from zero. You're building from experience, from wisdom, from everything you've lived through, the good and the painful. Reinvention isn't about becoming someone new. It's about becoming someone true. Thanks for spending some time with me today. If you're on your own reinvention journey, subscribe. Share your experience in the comments down below. We're building a community here, and your voice matters. Thanks for stopping. I'm Dan.